Invest, retire, 3 words. The entire wealth system you were handed. And if you follow it perfectly, you know what happens? You arrive at 65, comfortable. Not rich, comfortable. Enough to pay bills. Enough to take 1 vacation a year. Enough to survive. But not enough to live on your terms. Not enough to stop worrying about money. Not enough to be free. Here is what nobody told you. The system works exactly as designed. It was never built to make you wealthy. It was built to make you manageable. And in 2026, the gap between comfortable and rich has never been wider. You are about to see why, and what actually works instead. The system you were taught has 3 phases. Phase 1, save money. Phase 2, invest what you saved. Phase 3, retire when the number is big enough. It sounds logical, responsible, smart. And it is, if your goal is to be average. But if your goal is actual wealth, generational wealth, this system is your ceiling, not your ladder. The comfortable system and the wealth system are not different speeds on the same road. They are entirely different roads. Most people have this completely backwards. Let us start with System 1, the one that feels the safest, saving. You were told to save 10%, build an emergency fund, put money away for a rainy day. On the surface, this sounds wise. But here's the problem nobody talks about. Saving is parking, not building. Every dollar in a savings account is losing a quiet race against inflation. You are not growing wealth. You are watching it shrink, while it feels like progress. And this is exactly where most people stop paying attention. Because what comes next contradicts everything you were taught about money. Stay with me. The next 3 minutes will explain why you feel financially stuck and what to do about it. Think about your savings balance right now. $4,000, $8,000, $20,000 sitting in an account. You feel a small rush of pride when you check it. But what is that money actually doing? Nothing. It is sitting in a digital box, losing purchasing power every single day, while you congratulate yourself for being disciplined. Discipline without direction is organized stagnation. So why does everyone preach saving first? Because it creates obedient consumers. It keeps money inside the banking system where institutions profit from it. It keeps you calm enough to keep working. And it keeps you from asking the dangerous question, what would happen if I deployed this money instead of parking it? What if every dollar in that savings account was a worker, standing idle, collecting dust, while you paid the bills alone? That is what saving without strategy looks like. Thousands of workers on your payroll doing nothing, while you grind away as the only one generating income. You will never save your way to wealth. You need to station money. Every dollar has a post. Every dollar has a purpose. Every dollar earns its keep. Your savings account is a waiting room, and nobody called anyone's name. Saving is not a wealth system. It is a wealth ceiling. Now, if this is already rewiring how you think about money, you need to go deeper. The VYBO community on School gives you lifetime access to the Wealth Blueprint, plus every VYBO course and resource ever created. This is not a subscription that drains you monthly. It is a one-time decision that changes how you build wealth permanently. Join the community at school.com/VYBO. Link is in the description. Now here is where it gets dangerous. After saving, you are told to invest. Investing sounds like the upgrade, the thing that separates smart people from everyone else. But here is the contradiction nobody sees. The investment system you were taught is designed for preservation, not creation. Diversify. Buy index funds. Dollar cost average. Set it and forget it. Here is the problem. Every strategy you just heard protects existing wealth. It does not create it. If you have 10 million, diversifying into index funds makes sense. If you have 10,000, you are playing a completely different game with the same playbook. Here is the problem. Every strategy you just heard protects existing wealth faithfully for 30 years. And at the end, you have a respectable portfolio. 700,000 if you're disciplined. $1 million if the market cooperated. Sounds great. Until you realize $1 million in 30 years buys what 400,000 buys today. You spent your entire working life to get there. And you are not free. You are just comfortable with a nicer number on a screen. Meanwhile, someone who spent those same 30 years building leverage owns assets that generate income every single month. They did not wait to be rich at 65. They engineered it at 35. Same decades, completely different outcome. Every month you follow this plan, you choose 30 years of patience for a result that will not make you free. That is not a wealth system. That is a patience tax, disguised as financial intelligence. And then comes the final phase, retirement, the supposed reward at the end. Here is the brutal truth. The retirement system is not designed around your freedom. It is designed around your compliance. Work for 40 years. Do not touch the money. Do not take risks. Follow the rules. And when your best years are behind you, then you get access. Picture this. You are 65. Your body does not move the way it used to. Your energy is lower. 4 decades of doing what you were told. And now, finally, you are allowed to enjoy your money. That is not freedom. That is a long leash. You felt free because it was long enough to walk around the yard, but it was always attached. The retirement system does not reward you. It releases you after you gave it everything. So what if the order of operations itself is wrong? What if there is a system that does not require 40 years of compliance? There is. And the first thing you need to understand is why comfortable is the trap, not the goal. Comfortable means you pay your bills without panic. You have a retirement account. You are not in crisis. But comfortable also means you check the price before you order. You hesitate before booking a trip. You calculate whether you can afford to say yes. Ask yourself right now, when was the last time you made a decision without money being a factor? When was the last time opportunity appeared and you could say yes instantly? No math, no anxiety, no calculations. That is what rich actually means. Not mansions, not sports cars. Decisions without financial constraints. Total optionality. Rich means your kid wants to study art and you say go for it. Rich means a business deal appears and you move today, not next quarter. Rich means you get sick and money never enters your mind. Comfortable is survival with better furniture. Rich is sovereignty. Think about what sovereignty actually feels like. Waking up without an alarm. Choosing where you live based on desire, not commute. Taking a year off to build something you believe in. Saying no to clients who drain your energy because you do not need their money. That is not a fantasy. That is what the right financial architecture produces. And the comfortable system will never get you there. Not in 10 years, not in 40. So if comfortable and rich are not that far apart, what is actually keeping you on the wrong side? The gap between comfortable and rich is not as wide as you think. It is not about earning 10 times more. It is about a different system entirely. One that runs on leverage over labor, and identity over discipline, deployment over storage. 2 people can earn the exact same income. The difference is architecture. How money moves after it arrives. Now stop for a moment. We have exposed the 3 systems keeping you comfortable instead of rich. Saving creates a ceiling. Passive investing preserves. It does not create. Retirement trades your prime years for compliance. This next part is the system that replaces all 3. And if you're building this alongside people who refuse to settle for comfortable, the VYBO community on School is where that happens. Pay close attention because this changes everything. The wealth system has 4 phases. The order is not optional. Get it wrong and you rebuild the comfortable trap with fancier labels. Phase 1, identity architecture. This is the phase everyone skips, and it is the most important one. Before you change anything about your finances, you change who you are. Most wealth systems start with action. Save this, invest that, cut this expense. But action without identity collapses every time, every single time. Think about someone who loses 50 pounds. They still see a heavy person in the mirror, so they gain it back because the behavior changed, but the identity did not. The internal thermostat dragged them right back to the old set point. Money works the same way. Follow every financial strategy on earth. If you still identify as someone who is bad with money, the thermostat resets. You get close to a breakthrough, then something pulls you back. An unexpected expense, a terrible decision, a sabotage pattern you cannot even name. You have felt this, that moment where everything is finally building momentum. And then, out of nowhere, something unravels it. That is not bad luck. That is your identity thermostat doing exactly what it was programmed to do. Pulling you back to the financial temperature it considers normal, and it will keep pulling, no matter how good your strategy is, until you change the setting. This is why people win the lottery and go broke within 5 years. The money changed. The identity did not. The thermostat corrected. It always corrects. Phase 1 is about reprogramming. What do you believe about money? What do you believe about people who have it? Until those answers change, no strategy survives long enough to compound. The old code overwrites every upgrade. Phase 2, income architecture. This is where income shifts from something that happens to you to something you design. The comfortable system says, get a job, earn a salary, get a raise every year. And you followed that advice. You are still following it right now. The wealth system says something completely different. Build income designed for leverage, not labor. Ask yourself right now, if you stopped working tomorrow, does your income stop? If yes, you are in the wrong system. You need income that flows whether you show up on a given day or not. Not because you want to be lazy, because trading time for money has a hard ceiling no raise will ever break. One person, 24 hours. There is a maximum that model produces. It is never enough for real wealth. Every hour you trade for dollars is an hour not spent building something that earns without you. That is the most expensive habit in your financial life. Full stop. Phase 2 means building one income stream decoupled from your time. Consulting becomes a course, a skill becomes a product, a service becomes a self-running system. The form does not matter. The leverage does. Phase 3, retention architecture. How much of the money that flows into your life actually stays? Be honest with yourself. You are a financial sieve. Money flows in, money flows out. The flow rate looks impressive. The retention rate is catastrophic. Subscriptions you forgot about, lifestyle creep you did not notice, convenience purchases that felt small, emotional spending triggered by stress or boredom, tiny leaks that compound into massive hemorrhaging over a year. Here is your assignment. Open your bank statement right now, not tomorrow, right now. Look at the last 30 days. Count the charges you do not remember making. Count the subscriptions you forgot existed. Count the purchases driven by feeling, not need. That is the leak. No income architecture survives a vessel that cannot hold water. Phase 3 builds automated retention systems. No willpower required. Separate accounts with specific purposes. Transfer rules that activate automatically. Spending boundaries that run on autopilot. Retention becomes the default, not the discipline. Because discipline fades when you are tired. Systems never sleep. Phase 4. Strategic deployment. This is where retained wealth goes to work, not the comfortable way, not the passive hope it grows approach. Strategic deployment puts every dollar into its highest leverage position. Sometimes that is skill development that multiplies earning power. Sometimes it is a business asset generating cash flow. Sometimes it is a relationship that opens doors money cannot buy. And sometimes, yes, it is a market investment, but one with a clear thesis behind it. Here is the critical difference. Right now, when you put money somewhere, do you ask, will this go up? Or do you ask, what is the mechanism that makes this multiply? The first question is hoping. The second is engineering. And if you are still asking the first one, you are still inside the comfortable system. So here is what changes today, not next month. Today. Stop measuring progress by what you have stored. Start measuring by 4 things: identity strength, income leverage, retention automation, deployment precision. These 4 metrics tell you exactly where you stand. Not the balance in your savings account, not your credit score, not how much you put into your retirement fund last quarter. Those are comfortable metrics. They measure compliance. The 4 I just gave you measure sovereignty. There is a difference, and the difference is your entire financial future. First shift, identity. Write down what you believe about money. Be brutally honest. Whatever lands on that paper is your current operating system. If it runs scarcity code, you found the reason nothing else works. Name the code. You cannot rewrite programs you refuse to read. Second shift, income. Look at every dollar you earn. Ask one question. Does this require my presence? If yes, for every dollar, you have a job, not income architecture. A job is the comfortable system in a nicer suit. Third shift, retention. Automate it. Remove yourself from the equation. Build systems that protect your wealth without relying on willpower. Willpower fades every single day. Systems do not. Fourth shift, deployment. Stop hoping your money grows. Start knowing exactly how it grows. Build a thesis for every dollar you deploy. If you cannot explain the mechanism in one sentence, do not deploy it. Wait until you can. Here is what you now understand. The system you were handed was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to make you comfortable enough to stay inside the machine. Comfortable is the most expensive trap in personal finance. It feels like progress. It functions as a ceiling. The wealth system runs on a different order. Identity first, architected income second, automated retention third, strategic deployment fourth. Scramble the order, and you rebuild the comfortable trap with better vocabulary. You are not here for comfortable. You are here for sovereignty. Financial decisions without constraints. A life designed by you. Your move. Start with identity. Rewrite the code. And if you want the tactical breakdown of income architecture, that is exactly what we go deep on next.